And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. A beautiful fake. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They'll throw again. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Xavier Woods, a former Cowboy, in on the tackle. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sort.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jalen Holmes able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins flushed out right. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Again, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And
touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On first down, it's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. To throw is Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, going for Jefferson downfield. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. 2nd and 6. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Prescott rolling to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First down. Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Draw play, Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Handoff here to Nwangu. Muscles him off. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Cousins now from the 50. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going and finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott looks to throw on first. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. After the sack on first down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. To throw, Cousins. Fighting through pressure. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Third and goal for Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. First down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Prescott now. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Eluding the pressure right. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Prescott on first down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Not much there, only a yard.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. I took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.